Why has the needle stopped moving with vaccine hesitant people? We know from a recent CDC study that from September to December, we actually saw some real headway was made influencing some vaccine hesitant people. I call those people the end stage early adopter people. But we actually saw openness to intake on the vaccine. We saw that rise by like 10% from September to December. And then we started hovering, right? We started sort of stalling out. We saw the actions following. The actions followed all the way through, April as people started acting on the attitude shift. They started acting on consumption of the vaccine. And now we're sort of stalling out. Why are we stalling out? Well, I would argue that one reason we're stalling out is that we are directing a lot of our messaging on this topic. We're directing a lot of our messaging to the wrong brain. Now, there is a lot of research out there that demonstrates that, in fact, our neurology is not just our head brain. Our neurology is really comprised of 3 different brains: our head brain, our heart brain, and our gut brain. And which of these brains controls the decision-making is really in the driver's seat of the decision-making in us. While they're all operational at any one point in time and they're all working together, one of these sits in the driver's seat for decision-making, and it's entirely situational and circumstance-based. So depending on the decision you're making, a different brain is going to be in charge. So which brain do you think is in charge of a decision about whether or not to get the vaccine? Do you think it's the head brain? I mean, after all, it's got 100 billion neurons. It's got more neurons than, any other brain here, even added together. Isn't that the most powerful brain we have? Well, yeah, it does have the most neurons, but it's not in the seat of control for a decision about whether or not to take the vaccine. It's not the primary decision maker. Is it the heart brain? It's actually not the heart brain. The heart brain is in control when it comes to decisions about who to marry. Falling in love is an example of a heart brain decision. Which puppy to pick? You've already decided to get a puppy. Which puppy do you pick? Well, I can assure you your heart brain is driving that train. So what does that leave us? Well, that leaves our gut brain. Our gut brain, that's actually the brain that is in the seat of control and has the primary voice on whether or not you choose to get the vaccine. And so if we're not directing our messaging to the gut brain, we're missing a major opportunity, and we're not likely to see that needle move further with those people. Now, why is that true? I mean, you have to speak to the right brain. And I don't mean the right brain. I mean the correct brain between the head, heart, and the gut, based on the decision being made. And in this case, it's the gut brain, because the gut controls decisions that pertain to safety, that pertain to self-preservation and survival, that pertain to trust, and that pertain to overcoming a fear response. And that is what the primary reason why vaccine hesitant people have not yet chosen the vaccine.